All right, I know what you guys are thinking. This looks like a Ford GT, right? Well, close. Galpin Ford designed this and called this the GTR1. What the GTR1 is, it's based off of Ford GT, so it's based off a first generation Ford GT that was made between 2004 and 2006. This model is a 2005, where we've taken the entire body and redesigned it, widened it by 5 inches front and rear, so about 2.5 inches on each side, and it's all done out of aluminum. All the bodywork was done custom, and as you can see, the interior still looks very similar to like a Ford GT would, but all the exterior panels have been redone. To take it a step further, what we did is we reached out to HRE and we had a custom set of wheels done to take into consideration the speeds and the forces that this car is going to be put under. And then as far as the engine would have came from the factory with a 5.4 liter supercharged engine that a 2.3 liter supercharger made it onto it. Initially, what we had set up for this vehicle is this vehicle had twin turbochargers. After a bunch of testing and development, we realized that turbochargers created a lot of heat in that engine bay, which again is in the back, and we wanted to kind of cool things down. And this thing dynoed at, I think it was 1,097 horsepower to the wheels. So not only is it a beautiful looking car, it's violently fast, and it definitely puts a smile on your face, no matter what gear you're in. So here is the heart of the beast. Dead center, the first thing you see when you pop the hood is the 4-liter Whipple Supercharger. So we had this unit finished in a polished finish to complement the valve covers that we did also in a similar finish as the vehicle. Below the Whipple Supercharger, you have the 5.4 liter hand-built Ford Performance motor. We've added some additional embellishments, if you will, with carbon fiber. So we have carbon fiber paneling, the carbon fiber airbox, carbon fiber intake tube. And this vehicle from the factory was set up with a dry sump setup. So every 04 to 06 GT came with that. And what a dry sump oil pump and a dry sump setup is that you don't have a conventional oil pan underneath the vehicle or underneath the engine. Therefore, the engine is able to become mounted lower down on the body, giving you a lower center of gravity, and the vehicle inside turns where you're having a lot of G-forces, which normally causes fluid and oil to slosh to one side of the pan. Well, this vehicle will never experience that issue because inside the pressurized canister for the oil sump, you have all the oil capacity there, and it gets fed into the engine by a pump, which is belt driven. So again, this is something that most performance cars or race cars definitely actually take advantage of and utilize. So the engine, it's facing forward, so the actual serpentine belt is against the firewall. But as you can see when you open up the engine compartment, the supercharger is facing backwards. So that is something unique to it, where the actual pulley on the supercharger is facing forward, but you have the intake and the actual input for the supercharger on the backside. So it's, again, something unique that you'll see on these vehicles. You have the carbon fiber intake box here, and right below it, down here, you can see that it has the exhaust manifold that comes out. So now that we got the vehicle making the power, we want to make sure that the vehicle was able to stop. So we set up the vehicle with a 6-piston front brake setup and a 4-piston rear, coupled with carbon ceramic rotors. Carbon ceramic rotors are a little bit different than what you would see in your daily driver. They actually need to build up some heat in order to be able to perform the way they should. So how you get in your car and just hit the streets without any worries, this vehicle, in order to get the optimal braking performance, you want to actually warm up the brakes first. But once they're warm, watch out, this thing's going to stop on a dime. So that's it for the GTR1. It was the idea of our president, Bo Bachman. He brought it to his team. With our designer, Doug Renninger, we designed this vehicle. We did the custom body work, the suspension, and the performance adders to truly make a one-of-a-kind machine.